What's up, everybody? Welcome. Alright, Weird Wednesday. We're taking rapid challenges, 7 plus 5. Mr. Coffee, there was like an old message. Oh, that was before the stream started. The list I have is Repunj, Arsenal fan, Sumaher. Repunj usually tries to be first. Really hard. He's a try-hard. That's the list I've got. Everyone challenging 10 plus 5. You can also opt for as fast as 7 plus 5. We got the European heat wave starting to take effect here. It's supposed to get up to like 36, 37 today. I can't wait. Mornings aren't too bad, but in like a few hours I'm going to be baking. Okay, so Repunj, Arsenal fan, and Sumaher. Just a mere 37. That's the hottest I think it's been. I don't think we've gone over 36 here. I don't know, man. I thought it got up to like 35, 36. Streams are so long now because I do the longer rapid games. I haven't had enough rest. I haven't had time to properly go over my games after the fact. So there's a lot of stuff like my simul games from Sunday. Really all the games from Monday and yesterday. I have played the last 30 games I've played I haven't properly analyzed. Miro BTW. Yeah, I was really pleased I lost the last game. My opponent played unbelievably well. I played badly. I mean, I take full credit for losing. But I was pretty salty. But the winner, no one talks about Drown the Clown winning the tournament. He was very lucky, whoever he is. I had him dead to rights and let him off the hook. So, I'm just playing without thinking here. We'll go back to old school. Repunj seems like he sort of prepares for me. If you play something out of your, different from the previous games, it seems to surprise him. Yeah, he was human. The Drown the Clown is human. I agree, dude. I agree. He was human against me. He was -4. And then just played... I messed it up. And he plays bullet pretty well. And he knows how to draw with... knight pawn. I say that it has to be an experienced player that knows that. It's not a kid. Whoever it is that knew that first rank defense against me in that rook ending is not a little kid. It's like an experienced player who knows endgame technique. Right. The only thing with Delver is that, let's see, he likes doesn't he play the Smith Morrow religiously? And Drown the Clown didn't play the Smith Morrow given the chance against one of those. You or someone else. I don't remember who it was against. That's a little weird, but that's not, out of the realm of possibility. Welcome to the heat shield. Yesterday I was out. It wasn't too bad, but today's gonna get worse. Today, tomorrow. We've had no rain here for days. Oh, is Repunch still, like, is he still on his ban, Mr. Coffee? I think he's still, like, timed out. He's begging me. Begging me to let him, like, be untimed out so he can start mentioning more, like, Hikaru rumors and content. I'm really bored with the Magnus. Is Magnus going to defend his world championship crap? We don't talk about that anymore. That's much worse than, like, talking about people cheating or whatever. It's so uninteresting. I don't know where to start. Is this a good move? Instantly knight takes d4. Like, seriously, why would anybody instantly play that move? You're maybe sacrificing your e5 pawn, but I guess not. Still, I mean, pawn takes seems more natural. It seems more natural to take with the pawn, maintain your pawn chain, but he instead played knight takes immediately. That's kind of weird. I don't normally play this variation with c5, and black anyway, like, you know, white anyway played c3, which isn't even, like, the most critical line. But honestly, I play poorly when I'm not focused or warmed up. I don't think I ever reached a good place yesterday. Yeah, the problem with bishop takes a3 is that I have concrete weaknesses on the dark squares, but it can be done. You know, it happens in the French sometimes. It's like a winnower. It's not out of the question. I don't know. I have problems with, like, my attention deficit disorder. I didn't want to wake up this morning. I'm still not fully really here. I felt like the same yesterday. Distracted by the chat a lot. I'm just not focusing well. But normally if I play, let's say, you know, 3, 4, 5 games, I start to reach a level of concentration. Yeah, I didn't even consider that. I'm just thinking in generalities, and bishop takes a3 is something I... The other thing is, I mean, the knight is, like, not really well placed here. He's got to get it back in the game. If I'm too tired to calculate, I'm definitely not going to play bishop takes a3. On general. We're just playing on general principles right now. I'm going to play knight e7 and knight f5. Why would he, like, insta play knight takes d4 and then think for 2 minutes on knight takes d4? I guess he went to the bathroom or something. I mean, there's really... It's impossible, you know. Like, here, you have a choice, a critical choice between these two captures. And he, like, instantly made the move. And then I took on d4 and he's thinking for, like, 2 minutes. Is that weird, or is it just me? There's no way you, like, make one move instantly and the other one you think about for, like, half an hour. I mean, that's kind of strange. I haven't played a c5 move in a long time, but I just figured, like, since I never do, he would be surprised by it. I can't even scroll through the moves now. Holy shit. F5. e4 instantly. Yeah, it's great. Again, my queen is very close to trapped after queen takes b2, but it's a big but. The vital thing is that I never like to take this pawn, but the thing is my bishop on f5 controls b1, so he can't trap my queen very easily. Let's think this through, okay? Queen takes b2, knight b5. Castle's queenside is maniacal, but a thought. My mouse doesn't want to let me do it. I can play king d7. This is such a juicy choice. I can play king d7, rook c8, or castle's queenside. Black's got less space. So I don't really know if we're okay if we don't do something kind of quickly. Shall I call you mate, Mista? Here we go again. So should I play bishop c2? No. It's definitely possible. Bishop c2, queen e1. a6. Or bishop e4. Bijak with the crazy suggestion. Bishop takes g4. Yeah, I totally missed that. That move I don't see in my first game on the stream. For sure. Bishop g4. Bishop g4, queen b5. Wait, might have some compensation there. With f5 or something. That's not that clear. But I should at least see it, you know. Bishop c2, of course, gains a tempo, but it also leaves my bishop in a weird place. Welcome, Lazarus. This is probably the most solid response. Repunch falls into that category that I've been talking about with players that are really psycho-aggressive. He's 9 and 102 against me, and still he's psycho-aggressive. On a scale of 1 to 10, his aggression is 8.5, 9. I think we should dial it down when we're playing people that are really good or we have a bad score against, you know? Be more careful. There's nothing wrong with playing carefully. It's not like it's a shame to play cautious chess. Alright. But Arsenal, you know how to play cautiously. You don't, you know, I respect that. Like you have more than one setting, so to speak. I mean, you know how to play very aggressively, but you can also play very safely too. Of course, we have seen Repunj before play a sort of Hoover style, where he seems to be like trying to trade the pieces. So it's actually, no, this is true. He has the ability to do that, I guess. Hooverlicious. Jeez, dude. Lazarus, these guys, and Lazarus and Sumer are so tactical. Then I woke up like... I woke up like 30 minutes ago. I can't calculate 2-move tactics. Are you guys serious? They like... Lazarus and Sumer probably have like dreams about 2-move tactics. Or something while they're sleeping. Bye, Proclada. I feel like I should round up this pawn on d6. Really need to round it up. Round up! I'm gonna regret this. Now I've done it. 2 pawns up, but situation is kind of weird. Does this work, sir? Sir. I had a cup of coffee. That didn't help. Whoa. Dude, are you kidding me? Wait, what is that? Where does that move come from? Rook e3. Completely standard. Thanks, Pjock, for suggesting Queen d6. Yeah. Queen d6. What? What board are you using? Like, who even thinks of the move Rook e3? Guess there was a pawn there. Other than that, it would be hard to see. You mean knight d6? I don't know what we're even talking about. Alls I know is that we want to blockade Mr. Pawn. This is not the kind of game I like to play when I just wake up. Very unpleasant. Too confusing and too much calculation. He meant 93? 93, Queen d6, same thing. Oh, yeah. B3 square. See, I'm mastering the two combinations. Easy draw for white. Monster Coffee. That's a new name. That's his new name. Oh my god. Almost did it. bad. I'm gonna like lose or something. Monsieur Coffee. How do I make progress here? So heavily motivated. It's a good thing he put his king there. Now king h2 would be better, of course. Yeah, it was Caro. Oh, Weird Wednesday. Another thing I forgot. Thanks, Mr. Coffee. We forgot it was Weird Wednesday. Forgot a lot of things. Yeah, this is not Weird Opening. Alright, that doesn't count. Doesn't count. Like, delete that text from the Secret Service. Alright. Arsenal fan. Weird Wednesday, Sumihar Weird Wednesday, Ex Miro, Sire. Why does WW even exist? Yeah, I never could find a good theme for Wednesdays. Yeah, man. Why does it even exist? Why would you ever do anything different? Except play the classical Nimzo every game. Weird Wednesdays exist to fight boredom. Take care. Lazarus. I love this first move. I can really think without Arsenal putting the time pressure on. Alright, no, seriously, I'm gonna move. Alright, Weird Wednesday. Dude, don't you ever get bored of playing the same openings, B-Jack? St. George deferred. I think it's good for our creativity. Really, playing weird openings or, you know, offbeat stuff. I think it's good for your game. So what happens if I play c5? Do you push? Then we get like a weird Benoni. b5, d5, c5. Those are the options here. You know, the St. George isn't so good. I know that's a news flash. Now, if I played this in a random game on lichess, 99.5% of my opponents would play pawn takes pawn, and the other 0.5% would play e5. The average player on lichess doesn't have the capability or capacity to keep the tension. Repunch and I have had knight d2 probably. The exchange just is the worst. I can't take it. It drives me crazy that people insist on doing that. It's so lifeless, and now we just have like a weird advanced French with a6, which is probably good for white, but it's not that bad. Maybe it is. No, not that bad. c4 for white after d5. That's a very over the top. No, I mean, maybe, Mr. Coffee, you could play it. You could play it. You wouldn't play it, would you? So if he plays knight e2, which is tempting, I have like cd, knight b4 going for his good bishop. Knight f3 avoids that, and we just have a advanced French like position. Yeah. Your first chicken. It's not your first chicken. Scuff, you have like dyslexic typing or something? Resting forest. Queen b6 is like pawn takes pawn. That's bad. I feel like I looked at this. Yeah, the chicken choice is to play e takes d. That's the most chicken. It's so gross. Everyone under 2000 online plays the exchange French. I couldn't imagine anything more boring. There's like no imbalance at all in the game. Yesterday I was playing some games and thinking like, how can I try to imbalance the game at every moment? You know, if I try to start the game from move 1, you know, rationally speaking, as like a training exercise, you know, to practice trying to force positions to be more open, sharper, to try to imbalance at every juncture. You could try to imbalance the pawn chain. It's interesting. Yeah, the exchange Cairo is almost as bad, but there is at least a little bit of imbalance in the pawn structure. It's basically an exchange Queen's Gambit. You play the black side of the Queen's Gambit too. Oh. I guess Queen b6 is like viable. But is it a good move? No, maybe not. So here we have to start thinking. Should have started thinking long ago. Take, no. Knight e7 is bad. I mean, I can take and play knight e7. You can take, play knight e7, and try to play like knight f5 or whatever. we get those. Looks like a bad version for black. Queen b6, of course, is an interesting move. Playable, I guess. But I mean, a6 is unusual, and it looks like that should give white some kind of better version, probably. I looked at this a little bit with the engine. Don't remember if I had this exact position on the board. I'm not sure about rook e1 or another move, but I mean, there aren't that many like good waiting moves for white, so rook e1 is pretty logical. I would think like one of the main moves. What else is white supposed to do without giving up the tension? Takes. Here I'm hitting f2. Then, you know, what do I do next? Takes, queen e2, queen c7, b4, bishop a7. Like, this reminds me of a game I had with white a while back. You know, I tried something similar. My opponent played queen a7. Yeah, I was surprised he played that queen b3. Why not take on c5 and queen e2? Okay. Looks like bishop e3 is not a bad move. But I like my position better here than in the other variation. Take. d4. Not really clear if d4 is good. Yeah, I think it's not good. d4. White does a lot of moves there. I mean, I don't know. It's sort of a cheapo. He doesn't even have to take it if I play d4. He could just like move his rook somewhere. I'm not really accustomed to playing the French, so not my first nature. But I like it. I mean, knight a5 is risky. You're giving up this square, which is really important. Speaking of the exchange, Caro-Kann, it kind of feels like that. Alright, so today I have to leave at 1:15. I'm going to set my alarm so as not to forget. This was not a French defense per se, but e6, a6, and then we transpose back into a French. So d4 has been hanging over the position here for a while. He may be trying to do like a Greek gift sacrifice. Resetting. Yeah, I mean, his queen, I thought, should have been on e2 in the first place. f6, f5. This is crazy, man. This is crazy. Couldn't resist the active opening in the position. We both couldn't resist. I mean, he doesn't have to take en passant, you know. Maybe f6 is a better move for me, to be honest. Alright, but it doesn't matter now. Yeah, we didn't trade two sets of pieces. The overnight shift. This is not the Caro, but whatever. It feels that everything's a Caro to be Jack. Caro, French, same thing. It's all the same thing. Passive family of openings. Damn it. Guys, I'm hosting a analysis stream tomorrow. What? Great move. Rook f1. What else? Damn it, Jerry. White square structures. Giving you a good deal. Why are you? You should jump at this exchange. Arsenal must be calculating tactics. Well, I mean, I could see taking and then thinking for a while, but I can't really see thinking and then... What's there to think about there? He must be thinking about the future. Sometimes you do that, right? You know, instead of thinking now, he was thinking, like, before making moves. It's not a bad strategy. Keep your opponent guessing. The ominous monkey. Could say that again. Alright. Ominous. Thanks everyone for joining me, Chess Zebra. Now a subscriber. 7-month subscriber. A 6-month badge. Did you resubscribe recently? Knight b3, that's what I expected. This was in the mind of Sladgy. Problem was I had misevaluated this position. Shit. Shit. Yeah, I don't know. Am I losing material? What the fuck? This is bullshit, man. No, I hallucinated I could play e5. What? Yeah, I don't know, for some reason, like, I thought after knight b3 I had e5, but I just can't play it. Man, Arsenal blundered. Blundered the bishop e5. On the other recaptures, he's like slightly better. I mean, I've got good chances of drawing, but I mean, cheapo. Well, it wasn't like intentional. Technically, a cheapo is like when you play actively for a one move trick. It was defensive cheapo. It's not that easy to make progress with his good grip on e5, though. expensive for our opponent. The ambulance. The ambulance is here. I live near a couple hospitals, and there's an ambulance center not that far away down the road. But I think the problem is the volume of Hungarian ambulance sirens. They have it like cranked up to the maximum. The other avenue. 5th Avenue. Alright. It's cool, man. Would you like to trade queens? I'm not going to mess around. He could have traded queens and then played 95. Very likely won the pawn. Probably it's still lost. Your ex-wife died. Scary. I guess for some people that could be a good thing. But it depends. Some people have very good relationships with their ex-spouses. I would feel pretty weird if it was mine. That's disturbing, even if you didn't get along. Can I, like, mate myself here? Can that be arranged? Yeah, I mean, I don't know what to say when somebody says, it's not like, you know, your mom died or your wife died or your brother died. It's like your ex-wife died. You don't know how to react. I'm just trying to imagine if it was for me, what I would think. I would be sad because of the memories. What should have been, what could have been on the Jerry Springer Show. The episodes that never happened. Speaking from experience. It means you're old. I love that. That's one way to think about it. Your answer means you're not old. But seriously, not necessarily. Juicebox is not old. Let's see if we have any games in this position. I thought I looked at this. Most people play c takes d4. Or they probably transposed to a form of Mr. Coffee variation. I just don't get this, you know, like, why does this help us? What does a6 do for us in this position? I don't really see, like, what bringing the enemy knight, giving the enemy knight a good square, how does that help us here? Maybe the problem is, like, he can't defend this pawn. I would think they could sack it, though. What would Johnny Hector do? I didn't see any moves being suggested, so if there were any, they didn't affect my play. Alright. Wow. The engine hates this queen b3 move, and it hates my queen a7 as well. It's funny. I thought it was a good move. So much for that theory. So the computer must want me to just trade queens here. Just go into this. I would think it would be pretty equal. Alright, weird openings. Yeah, I don't know. Where did we leave book? Queen b3? So I don't understand. Why not d takes c5? How has this position not happened before? That's weird. Everyone played a3 here, but what's wrong with Arsenal's move? No, I mean, like, what's wrong with, I like rook e1. Is it really necessary to play a3? Yeah, condolences, Juicebox. I would be pretty freaked out if my ex-wife died. I think a3 is to stop knight b4 too. I mean, they're both ideas. But I don't see what's wrong with rook e1. So I'm supposed to play it like a normal exchange French. My problem was like this, you know? But I guess here I can put pressure on this pawn. The Mr. Coffee setup. If here, what about like knight a4 or something? Oh, there's queen a7 again. Wait, was somebody playing the French in the candidates? Yeah, Juicebox is really young. He's only 33, he said. That's super young. I didn't even think you were that young. Alright. Let's go on to the next game. Zumair. You're never too young to have an ex-wife. That's the quote of the day. Right? Am I right or am I right? Can we get that in? Asterbait must be sleeping. Can we get that into the quote bot? Juicebox agrees. The Dunst is a good suggestion. Could be. We could do a delayed Dunst. The Dunst delayed. I like playing this with black, actually. He didn't bite with d5. Come on, dude. You know this variation? Have you seen this, anybody? Dude, come on. You gotta play d5 there, knight f6. Dude. This is an awesome position. We've had this before. d5, queen h5. It's very weird. He like prevented queen h5 because he has a psychic power and he knew it was coming. How can you like kill the only fun in this position with 2 knight f6? Seriously, that was the only fun that I can find here. You killed it. Speaking of ex-wife, there's no fun. Killer of fun. It was an accidental kill. Alright. F4. Gotta love F4. Delayed King's Gambit. You know, if I do d4, he's going to exchange pawns. That's just gross. So I'm not left with a lot of options. Robe is unsound. d4, going to the exchange French. Knight f3, probably one of the best moves. Which is delaying the inevitable. Now he's not afraid of queen h5 anymore. Oh yeah, this is bad for me. Just a harmless hippo. The land shark opening. Oh man, just a land shark. We're playing Weird Wednesday. Sumaher is anti-Weird Wednesday. He's playing like Schieberspieler. I like my martini dry. Serious. I mean, that's kind of a weird square. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Now he might be trying something. Is he going to try to castle queenside? I hope so. I wouldn't have played that necessarily. Cautiously optimistic here. Knight f3. There's no reason to be optimistic in this position. Pavel Blatny Wednesdays. H3. I played the hippo with both colors. Knight f3. Okay, it's a King's Indian. It's a King's Indian versus the Tory attack or some kind of Kali system. The excitement is non-stop, basically. Have a Super Bowl Sunday. Knight g5. I'm a tempo down, but I have an extra tempo anyway. Now, if you think that this position is boring, you'd be 100% correct. But a lot can still happen here, right? Right. Right. Basically, I'm playing the two knights tango with white. God, d4, that's horrible. Horrible idea. e4 is the natural move. But it allows total symmetry again. I mean, I have my extra move from the fact that I'm white playing a King's Indian, and then I lose the tempo with e3, e4, and 2 moves. So the moral of the story is that it ends up like balancing out. Correct. Jurassic Park. And which way did he go? I could have bet like any amount of money he would play h6 in that position. I was laying like 9-1 odds on h6. And I would have been right. It's a good move. It's just the only good move. He has to stop me from playing knight to g5. I had some games like this, like Nefedov or someone. Actually, with Sumaher probably long ago. This is interesting. This is like, I think this is the kind of position Arsenal would like. We're beyond calculation here. It's just 3 minutes on the clock. Trust your instinct. How does he have 8 minutes left? I keep getting messages. Oh, someone submitted a game. Saeed got a subscription yesterday. Asterbait gave a gift sub. Wow, c4. Sacking a piece for 2 pawns. It's a crazy idea. Knight takes d4, pawn takes d4, knight takes d4. Takes on e6. Queen takes d3. Probably over the top. Too much over the top. Take, take, take. Bishop c4. I can live with that, right? So, violent. How's your center doing, dude? Have you seen his center? What center? Alright. Interesting theory. Hypermodernism in action in the middle game. Wow, dude. You just don't care about the fact that your king is in the center ever. I think he's gonna castle queenside. Jesus. Every single game you play, you're always like delaying castling with both colors a really long time. Wow, Tezek, long time no see. Welcome. Impulsivity in chess. I think Arsenal's a favorite in the Arsenal-Sumaher matchup. Man, he's so impulsive. But I think there's also greater variance in Sumaher's play, depending on like his mood at the time and stuff. Seems like sometimes he plays better than others. Maybe mornings aren't good for Sumaher. Like me. E5, E6, we're just gonna blow him up. Damn, dude. This is really, really, really scary for black. How are you possibly gonna survive here? It's an excellent like model, this game, for hypermodernism. The entire exercise of hypermodernism is this, you know, he gets the center, we undermine it, and then we blow it open. He's got to find a way to bail out there at some point, you know, without just taking everything. Slajikon. One day there will be a real Slajikon. Slajikon. This year is bad for Slajikon because travel problems. It's a bad year to start Slajikon. I think next year will be better. Damn. This is just totally over. resigned. Losing a bishop. Queen b5 check. I think he should just like go immediately with d4. You don't have to, but I think it's a good move. Anyway. Yeah, I mean, he's too obsessed with the same piece configuration all the time. This is the critical position. How does black best deal with this? You know, honestly, I mean, when I played... Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I don't like d4. You're asking too much. So you should just play h6, then I have pawn takes pawn. So you have to play pawn takes pawn. Actually, the computer wants to play h6. Okay, h6 or pawn takes pawn. If I take here, you have to watch for this. So you can take with the knight. Welcome to boring world. Anyway. Yeah, Bijak is not a morning person. Hey, it's Miro up next. Ooh, I got a rated challenge. Can't wait to get to that. Hey, it's Miro, good to see you. 7 + 5, a little faster, that's good. We can get more, maybe more games. Can we do cosplay at Sajicon? I'm gonna get a giant panda suit. They're like furries. I learned this. My daughter says that you can get like giant panda suits. But she said that giant cosplay suits are really expensive. Because they're like handmade or something. Cosplay, whatever. Oh, there was some like costume character at Sesame Place. Was that in your territory? Isn't that in like Lancaster, Pennsylvania, Mr. Coffee? A costume character at Sesame Place was accused of like racial discrimination. That's great. Racist cartoon characters, costume characters at Sesame Place. Alright. Innocent until proven guilty, I guess, but it's still disturbing. What am I doing? I'm supposed to be playing unusual openings, and I played the English. Oh no. Oh no. Alright. Dude, we can do this. Oh, Langhorn. What did I say? Lancaster or something. Better with d4. We can transpose. The symmetrical Dutch. This is not as good with c4, probably. Wow. Hates me are really getting in the spirit of things there with knight h6. In the spirit. But black should take on g4. Now I imagine we have a choice. There's always choices in life. h3. is kind of funky. G5, pawn takes pawn. The 3 a.m. Dutch. Tazik, just for Tazik, who loves that stuff. I feel like pawn takes really helps his knight. Now we're talking. If we just ignored the king's side, it feels like a normal like Grand Prix against the English. D4. I need to put pressure on his position. Knight F3 or D4. I need to attack that central pawn. Sarunche. The Sarunche opening. Ominous monkey. There's 4 pawn moves. C4, G4, H3, D4. How many more like pawn moves can we make in a row? A solid response from Black. Doing a good job of just keeping the tension. But it's not necessarily the best move. I am not going to trade queens here. I mean, honestly, like, G5 deserves consideration, but then it gets attacked again, and it has to be defended, which costs time. I mean, taking on H6 at some point might be a good move. But really, like, it has to be connected to something concrete, like attacking him on H5 or the white squares or something. This is a fun position. Whatever, I'm just going to sacrifice, I'm going to continue to sacrifice the pawn on G4. The B4, G4. I knew this guy in Boston who, Anatoly Levin, who used to, I don't know if he's still alive. He had like lymphoma or something, but he was alright. Or something, and he was already like probably 70 anyway. I don't know if he's still around, but he used to play B4 with white and a Dutch with black. So it was funny, like, to imagine him playing against himself. It would be like the the Polish against the Dutch. Honda does look a bit sad. The heat wave has been getting to him. Don't forget, guys, it's never too young to have an ex-wife. The thought for the day. I mean, you're never too young to have an ex-wife. I said it's never too young. It's never too early. Divorce early and often. What if someone said castle early and often? Castling is like divorce. There's definitely a correlation. Right? Getting that king away from the queen, right? Am I right or am I right? There's a strong relation there. Dude, this is brilliant. It's like a whole theory. I'm really deep in thought here. I kind of ran out of concepts. I don't know what to do anymore. It's a good joke, right? But seriously, when the king moves away from the queen to a new location, it's the chess equivalent of divorce. It's a good joke. And the phrase is castle early and often. It's the same. Nobody finds it funny? Alright. Well, we started on the subject because Juicebox Wizard was here earlier and he said he found that his ex-wife passed away. So it's not really... It's a somber thing. That doesn't mean we can't joke about generalities. Oh, you're still here. Castle early and often. Bishop g2. Keeping the tension. I think we're ready to go full grob now. Damn, he manages to keep the tension anyway. Even now. He's gonna castle. This exchange should not really benefit me. I mean... Now he even can play bishop takes d8. This is extremely... extremely dumb. How about white square control? What if I give up my bishop on h6 and take an f5 and I just try to dominate the white squares based on pawn structure? Maybe not a bad strategy. However, maybe I shouldn't exchange on d8. Maybe I should let him exchange on d1, take with a rook. What is he thinking about here? You can't possibly be thinking about this move. This is the ultimate auto move. You have to do pawn takes pawn. Yeah. There's no question. Am I seriously going to take on h6? That's gross. I can't believe I'm doing this. Took with the king. Can you believe it? After all that, he took with the king. It's crazy. Keeping my powder dry. Keep your powder dry, kid. I'm like obsessed with playing bishop e4 for some reason. But I know that bishop's gonna get hit with the g file. It's actually pretty annoying. It'll tie him down to h7. I have no time. Everyone has 3 pawn islands. Someone has bigger islands than someone else. This is like the big island, Oahu. Now what? Running out of tricks. We do have tactics, but none of them work. Yeah, rook takes d7 doesn't work. That's what I mean. My island is bigger than your island. Nice tension. I'm running out of things to do. Damn. I'm gonna eventually have a tactic of some sort. Oh my god. Panic has set in. That's just perfect. No threat whatsoever. Fell for it. Boom. Oh no. Mr. Bishop. Alright, good game. I don't think the c4 is good with g4 though. I bet some maniac has played this, you know, probably like Timur Gariev or something. Kamran Shirazi, see? I knew at least one maniac had played this. Angelina Belikovskaya is still lurking out there somewhere. Alright. Yeah, you know, I really think you should take, but this is an interesting move. Knight h6. I think this is also... Stefan Bucher. Actually, he's like the big expert in weird openings. Real life chess party. That's a misnomer, right? Chess party. What? Oh no. Bijak's repeating the... He's repeating the repunch. Chess 24. I don't trust Chess 24. But, you know, if it's like some kind of legitimate reporting. Alright. Next game. Yeah, but if you're gonna like give up your world title, like at least like create another chess organization or something. Don't like leave FIDE in control of the chess world. Magnus is just a big disappointment. At least to me. Alright, weird openings Wednesday. Guys, I got time for another game or two. Chess 24 versus Asterbait source? Wait, I don't understand what you mean. Asterbait? We were banning repunch. But I don't know what Asterbait had to do with it. Yeah, chess.net. Well, that's not a real source. Yeah, chess.net. What about it? It's just a site where they like scam people and resell stuff. They actually asked me to make videos for them, but it didn't work out. No, I don't really like... It wasn't chess.net, dude. It was iChess. But that's not... That's just like a chess site where they sell stuff. They make some of their own videos too. But they're kind of scammy. It's not a legitimate chess site. For hot news or something. Yeah. I was never a fan of Carlsen anyway, so I really don't care what he does. It's not interesting. No, scammy like they just want to sell stuff. It's just for selling stuff. I mean, it's not really like a chess news site or something. It's a... They sell my videos on that site, and I've never gotten a penny in royalties. My chess lecture videos. Oh, what are you talking about? Yeah, the news about Carlsen is Chess 24. Chess 24 is a legitimate chess site, I guess, but it's basically like owned by Carlsen, so that's kind of weird, right? There is no such thing as a stalwart chess source. That's the problem, Chess Zebra. Like, it doesn't exist. What is a stalwart chess source? There's no New York Times of the chess world, man. You know? I mean, yeah, I'll believe it when the New York Times publishes an article about it. Like, literally, you know? I want to see, like, a real news source. Like Reuters or the New York Times or something like that. Exactly. But there doesn't need to be. I mean, if this is a legitimate thing, I think, like, the real world will report on it. Exactly. You know, where is the New York Times? Chess, Magnus Carlsen and chess are a big thing, dude. If this is a real story, then why isn't it published in, like, the New York Times or something? They would be on it pretty fast, I would think. But we'll see. If it's not in the New York Times or somewhere big by the end of the day, I would be skeptical. Yeah. Yeah, I would give it a day. If it's not, if there's no, like, major newspaper reporting on it by the end of today, then it's something fishy. That guy who was Carlsen second just confirmed. Lawrence Freygenet. But again, like, you know, you can't use, like, secondhand sources. So Magnus said he wasn't going to play in some offhand conversation. He didn't sign a contract, you know, that says he's not going to play. He could say anything. He could say anything he wants. I mean, it doesn't obligate him. Who knows? Who will the next world champion be? Click here to find out. I know my next YouTube title. What am I gonna do here? He's going to join the new Saudi chess league, backed by Donald Trump. Carlson joins, creates new Saudi. He's the face of the new Saudi chess league. That'll be the next thing. Magnus and Greg Norman. Just take the money. Trump just tweeted about it. Alright guys, I got time for one more game after this. Maybe. How can I let Repunch back on? There's the expression, I couldn't care less. Oh my god, what is that? Yeah, we gotta put him on a temporary ankle monitor. Marquis' eye is timed out. Bishop takes f3, bishop takes f3. Yeah, it's like an Alekhine now. So, normal Alekhine strategy is that this pawn, we try to put pressure on that, tie white down, and then like ultimately hope to pick it off. But we don't have any bad pieces here. So it's not like I have like a bad bishop blocked in. This move, I would think that's like going way too far for white. But it makes sense to control d5. I think he's overextending. Better get Matsko. Man, he's gonna go off with the Magnus comments pretty soon, dude. I'm not sure this is the right time to let him loose, Mr. Coffee. You sure this is a good idea? He'll start spamming the chat with Hikaru updates or something. Yeah, I hate it. I always hated the ChessCon. This is like disgusting from the moment it started. There was never any question. I hated it from its first inception. And I still hate it. Better get Mako. Oh shit. Totally. Wow, that's MAACO or something? Man, I forgot that. I think that's just a coincidence. Really remember those old commercials. Nice job. I didn't get the reference at first. You'd have to be American to get that. I think they were probably going well into the 90s. Does Mako still exist? It was like a muffler repair place. They've probably been put out of business by like Jiffy Lube or other companies. Alright, I'm just gonna trade down. When in doubt, trade down. Still around. I was living in New England in the 90s and after, and didn't seem like Mako was a very big company up there. Maybe more Mid-Atlantic or something. Damn, Queen G3. That's a serious move. Man, I'm suddenly like, I gotta be careful. Holy shit. Starting to get hot here. We're gonna hit like 37 today. You know, it's really not bad until the afternoon. From like 4 until 6:30 here is brutal. In my office. Never did get an air conditioner. The Connect 4? Wait, what was inspired by Connect 4 reference? Where's the Connect 4 reference? Yeah, it's a bad joke. Europeans don't know what the heck you're talking about. Oh, the commercial. Jesus Christ. Yeah, now you're going into the 70s, man. That one almost like flew over my head completely. Whoosh. But I didn't see Connect 4 on the board. I was looking for like a... I don't understand what... I don't understand what you're talking about, Zumaher. Zumaher. Schumacher. Oh my god. Let's just take more. Do it again. Just do it again. It flew over my head last time too. The commercial joke. Not surprisingly. It never occurred to me that, like, Sumaher could be Schumacher. I'm so not... Bijak's screen name on lichess. I'm just so not used to thinking about, like, German names and stuff. Schumacher. It only took me like 3 years to figure that out. No big deal. Yeah. See, sometimes it takes me like 3 years to figure something out, but eventually I get it. I know. I'm saying it's just amazing. It took me 3 years to figure it out. Not much. It's just ridiculous. Better late than never, we say in English. It's ridiculous, though. It's pretty funny. One day it came to me, just now. Alright, we have time for one more game. A short one. It's got to be 7 plus 5. Is this the player who was, like, complaining I didn't play them for 2 hours? It better not be. Zen Chess. Alright. Phew, that guy's gonna go nuts. But Zen Chess is a subscriber. We have to take his challenge first. Zine Chess. I hope that wasn't the guy who was like, I've been waiting for an hour and a half. Bijak, I don't understand. Oh, PHN. You mean he confirmed it. I get it. Alright. The Philippines have been confirmed. You never complained? Sorry, man. It was that other guy, but I wasn't sure who he was. Wait. You hate that guy? Who? Peter Heine Nielsen? I hate Peter Heine Nielsen. Who, Bijak? Really? I never heard anyone, like, really voice any opinions on him, one way or the other. I don't even have an opinion on him. He's a knowledgeable opening expert, right? I don't know anything about him. He's a good player who is a theoretical opening, leading theoretical. He's too friendly. So we're supposed to be playing Weird Wednesday, but oh man, I've had people like that. He seems too cool. Is he racist? I don't know. I never, like, really watched any interviews with him or anything like that. I never met him. I literally didn't have any opinion about Heine Nielsen. Well, I don't really have an opinion. That's the first I've heard. Controversy. So what are we going to do for Weird Openings Wednesday? Maybe, yeah, we get people sometimes who are like, hate him. I hope he goes to hell, you know. Hate is a strong word, but I hate Vladimir Putin. I hate Donald Trump. I don't even hate the people who, like, bullied me in high school. It takes a lot for me to hate somebody. Alright, we're going to try h3 for something totally different. Yes, that makes sense. I wasted time with h3. It's going to be hard to make that move count. Bill wall openings aren't weird. h3 is a bill wall opening. Weird is relative. Yeah, queen check is possible. h3 is in a book? That's hard to believe. I was desperate for something to just not play the standard lines, but it's hard to come up with a move. Endorsements. Endorsements. Best I can get here is like a Queen's Gambit accepted where I played h3 for no reason. If I'm lucky. Yeah, I don't use chessable. Alright. Knight c6 is a good move after a4. Maybe now we can play e4. Then knight a5 is strong. So we're pretty much screwed. a5, bishop b4. a5, bishop b4. e3. Knight takes. Oh, man, I'm in trouble here. How do I even bail out to get like close to equality? It looks bad. We're just clearly like worse. It's a sharp position where the h3 really can't afford to be played. scientific analysis. Just spoiler it. We try not to suggest moves like while we're playing, you know, specific moves. Mr. Coffee's asleep at the switch. A5, bishop B4, maybe. I feel like I could try this somehow. I don't know if this works. Quiet, loud. Quiet, loud leaf. Alright. Drop some sales pitches for Chessable, and then spoiler moves. Wow, B5. Alarm time. Alright, we gotta go. Thanks guys for watching. Tomorrow night, analysis stream for subscribers. Last chance here. E3. Bishop G5. Queen A4. Queen A4. Yeah, Queen A4 has been suggested. Draw. Sorry, new Jason. He offered a draw, seriously? Is Queen A4 the best? I gotta go anyway. Thanks, Sanchez. I didn't really have time for this last game. I'm negative 2.9. That was generous. Wow, that's a serious disadvantage. So B5, knight takes. I mean, I thought this is okay. I'm threatening queen takes knight. Is talking about bad moves in general, or only because Quiet was reciting some opening source? No, like he said a specific move, like while I was thinking, you know. The only problem I have is like people suggesting moves like live while we're in the position. I don't care if you're talking about something that happened, or, you know, after we make the move, but you know, you just shouldn't make like spoiler suggestions like while we're playing, you know. That's pretty obvious. Like, you don't stand at the chess club watching people play blitz and be like E4, you know, while they're playing. No one stands there kibitzing like out loud like the moves you should play while you're playing the game, right? It should be pretty obvious. Any rules that you would apply to like watching someone play a live game apply here. You know, if you could like whisper it, it's okay, you know, but there is no whisper function, so you whisper it to your friend. Whether it's a bad move or not is irrelevant. I don't know. So Zen chess is like winning apparently. I didn't like my position. H3 is horrible, of course. So B5 works? Wow. You know what, I was actually, at first I was afraid, like, you could sack your knight and trap my queen, but, of course, this doesn't work, because I'm coming out. So, b5, knight takes b5, bishop d7, in between move. It's like a Catalan. You're gonna wail on me with this move. Wow, that's brutal. So, like, bishop f4. I mean, I guess black even has knight d5 there. Or rook c8. Needless to say, h3 is a really bad move. It's not even a variation. It's definitely not in anybody's opening book. You know, now I have to just make a sensible move and play accepted Queen's Gambit with this ridiculous h3. Anyway, sorry, I just didn't really have time to do this last game, so knight c6, a5 is a mistake. What should I play there? e3 anyway, and then knight a5. It's a good position for black here. I mean, he has knight b3. Knight b3 certainly isn't bad, is it? Wow, surprisingly this is like okay for white. I mean, if he's gonna get a piece, at least he gets my bad bishop on c1. So it's interesting. White can still equalize. a5 goes over the edge. Anyway, gotta go, guys. Thanks for watching. We'll see y'all later. Thanks, Mr. Coffee and Arsenal, for being well-behaved moderators today. I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.